What do you know, JonahThing? You actually made it to the last one-on-one date. How are you feeling? Oh, I thought this said never be better. Oh, there we go. Honestly, pretty good. I'm excited to see how the day with Allie will be. Oh, you've got a real surprise in store. She has all of us in the crew working extra hard to prepare for a special date for you. And by us in the crew, I mean the Brothers 5. How about you go find her, spend some time together while we set things up for you. Sounds like a plan, Kat. Let's see. Oh, looks like she's by the beach. Guess that's where I'm headed. Don't do anything we can't air. Murder's okay, but God forbid someone takes their top off. I waved to Kat as I went on my way. Just as Kat said, Allie was by the beach. She was looking out at the ocean. Morning, Allie. JonahThing, it's always nice to see you. The difference between Allie's voice during the day and night was like a day and night. I guess we do have to worry about the cameras, but still, it takes some getting used to. I know it's going to be tough to top our previous dates with the other girls, but I think I've got a good shot. I'm looking forward to it, Allie. You better be. We've been saving the best for last. She reached for my hand. Walk with me? I reached for her outstretched hand. It'd be my pleasure. The two of us walked around the beach for a while, getting to know each other. So what will you be doing when the show's over? First thing I'm going to do is say hi to my family again, and make them a nice dinner. I'm sure that they've gone sick with worry in the week since I've been gone. I wonder what they're thinking now. It's been at least 2 years since then. Kat was right. Sometimes not remembering is a blessing. Allie doesn't have that luxury. Anyway, I've got a surprise for you. Come on. She pulled me along by the hand into the forest. I have to say, Allie's really impressed me. Of course, it was her deliberate plan to come into the forest and get to the hangar, but she made it seem so spontaneous. You are going to love it. I saw it the same moment she did. It was all we could do as we stand and watch. No. She staggered and almost fell, and who could blame her? The hangar was engulfed in roaring flames. The heat was incredible, and there was no way either of us could take another step towards the hangar without being burned alive. The stench of burning oil assaulted me without mercy. We were at a loss for words, and in front of those flames were, walking away from the flames, it was her, walking away from the flames. Somehow I just know it was her. Sorry, Allie, JonahThing. There's been a small change of plans. I'm sure you can tell, but we've hit a few snags with the hangar. How about you two spend your day on the ground instead? I want to scream. I want to attack her with every bone in my body. But I can't. I can't, or I'll be killed. And not just me, but everyone else. To hold myself back from giving away what this plane meant to me took all the strength I had. I need to calm down. Kat might be able to read my face and see that. Sounds fine to me, Kat. I'm just glad you're safe. What happened? We're still looking into it. Either way, there's nothing we can do about that. How about we go somewhere else, JonahThing? She reached for my hand and held it tight. How could she smile like this at me? Of course, Allie. For the rest of the day, Allie and I put on the performance of a lifetime. Though our faces were all smiles and laughter, we knew more than ever that we were trapped in Kat's in Kat's puppet show. And Kat loved to make us dance. She must have known we were trying to escape. But how? Did we make a mistake? Did 4 give us away? Should we have ever trusted him in the first place? Who can I trust now? Time is ticking and the end of the show looms closer and closer. It's time I'm supposed to meet with the group, but what would we even do? There's no way we can escape. Our last chance died with the hangar. Should I make a break for it? No, I'd never make it, and the others would suffer from my mistake. What do I do? You don't look so good, JonahThing. I've been better, Cat. It hasn't exactly been sunshine and rainbows today. You really aren't much for acting, are you, JonahThing? Look, I already know about your plan to escape. My blood ran cold. You know, take the plane, fly away from here. It wasn't hard to figure out. I tried to say something in my defense, but my voice wouldn't come out. All I could do was stand wide-eyed. I know you and the others found the lab, got your memories back. Well, at least the others did. And I know that every night you work together to try to find a way out. I mean, of course I'd know. I'm the reason why you got this far. What do you mean? Just follow me. You'll save all of us time. We walked to the locked room near the games room. She took out her master key and spun it around. You never really thought the bunny could take the key away from me, right? Honestly, I don't know what to believe anymore. She opened the door. The others were inside, looking as surprised as I was. Give me one good reason why I shouldn't kill you right now, Cat. How about 2? First, your inside man was never 4. It was me. I mean, come on. He wouldn't be smart enough for something like this. Second, you only ever had a chance at escaping this island because of me. Newsflash, Allie, those tanks never just bug out. You're the one who let me out of my tank? The one and only. Allie was at a loss for words, and I was no different. What do you want, Cat? Honestly, the same thing as you guys. I want off this crazy train. I want out. I want you guys to include me in your little escape plan. What? Do I have something on my face? As hard as it is to believe, the list of people who want to stay on this island is pretty short. Hell no, we can't trust you. I'm not sure how, but I remember. I tried to escape with you before. I trusted you. I even fell for you. Even 5 girls isn't enough? Unbelievable. Then you betrayed me and shot me. There's no way we could ever trust you. You're going to stab us in the back. Is that true, Cat? I'm ashamed to say it is. But I didn't have a choice. You know how it is with Damien. It doesn't matter if you share the same blood. He'll take people you love hostage and use them to force you to dance to his tune. I'm sorry I betrayed you, JonahThing. I really am. But if I had to do it again, I'd do it again in a heartbeat. Because there was someone I needed to save. I know I must look like the villain to you, but believe me, I have people I care about too. If you're so compassionate, how come you burned our only way out of here? You're lucky I did, JonahThing. If you had actually flown as planned, you'd be at the bottom of the ocean right now. What do you mean? It's a cruel trick of Damien's. He knew there was a chance that people would catch on to his show and would recover their memories and try to escape. So he made us build the hangar and the plane. It's the one place anyone trying to escape would go. Exactly. I've told you in the past, Allie, never fly that plane or take the boat out of sight of this island. If you did, you'd have blown up like fireworks. That Allie and I were in that plane, which was a little more than a flying death trap, sent a chill down my spine. Look, it's pretty simple. The simple reality is you need me to escape. Without me, you won't ever make it past the barrier. What barrier? Exactly. And though I hate it, I need you guys to help me and us escape. She reached her hand towards me for a handshake. Allies? Let's discuss first. Kat leaned against a wall while the rest of us debated what to do. Can we really trust her? This might be another trap. It's not like it'd be the first time, but it's not like it'd be the first by her to fall into. It's not like it'd be the first by her you fall into, Jonah. I don't know what that sentence means. You're right. That said, it's not like we have much of a choice, not like we have much to lose at this point. Even if she'd done terrible things to us in the past, we still need her to escape. You alright, Allie? I'm fine. I'm just angry at myself. Hey, don't beat yourself up about it. We're still alive. That's what counts. She's right, you know. I'm not sure how I'm feeling right now either, but we're alive. That counts for something. You're right, JonahThing. As much as I hate to say it, I think we'll need Kat's help, trustworthy or not, if we want to stay that way. We have to trust her. Sure. I'll be keeping an eye on her, though. We can't afford to blindly trust anyone who says they can help us. Alright, Kat. If you want our help, you're going to need to answer a few questions. Ask away. What the hell is this sick show for? And why have you been forcing us to repeat it over and over? As someone from the resistance, it should be obvious to you. This is just one of hundreds of killing shows we air. Shows that keep people scared, that keep people from organizing against the government. You want to paralyze people with fear? You broadcast exactly what will happen if you rise up. You're monsters, you know that? I don't disagree with you, but we're not in charge here. Some of us still have family to lose, Allie. Continue. Before we air each show, we test them internally on our audiences to see what kind of ratings they bring for the fortunate and what kind of despair they bring for the less fortunate. If they tested well enough, we'd air it, but it wasn't efficient. But we couldn't just film a killing show over and over again and see which version of it rated best. We can't bring people back from the dead. It was the same for the test audiences. You couldn't just make them watch multiple versions of a show. They'd remember previous versions that would influence their opinions. There was no way to test multiple versions of a show without losing the feeling that lives were really in danger. But the memory rewriter would have changed that. It did. We were able to reuse everybody, or volunteer actors, the test audience, or whatever. Since we could just make people forget what happened, we could film run after run of the show, where each was if it were the first time to you all. And that's exactly what we've been doing for the last 2 years. It was a lot to hear. I had a bad feeling, but to know that people looked at us like we were nothing but lab rats, while I genuinely was afraid for my life. It's sickening. We were silent for a while. If you've been testing the show this long, when's the real thing? There is no real thing. It's only what version tests the best. That said, there's only so much time Damien was willing to spend on this show, and that time's almost up. This is the last run of the show. If you don't escape before the end, you're all as good as dead. I know Damien and I've said that we'd let you and your chosen partner go if you achieve good enough ratings, but it's a lie, isn't it? Yeah. I'm sorry I've waited this long to help you guys. I've been too scared to risk it all. But I've nothing left to lose now. She extended her hand to me for a handshake. Allies, at least till we're out of here. I don't really have a choice this time either. Huh. If you wanted to, you could report us right now. That's true. and my word would count for more than all of yours. But that wouldn't save the person I need to. Like it or not, we have to work together. Then it's a deal. Allie shook Kat's hand. Kat, are you sure you don't want to... I'm fine, Scarlet. It's not important anymore. We don't have any time to waste. If you say so. Anyway, the only time we can escape is the last day of the show, between midnight and just before the sun goes up. That's when the boat comes, to welcome the newly engaged couple, and that's the only way to leave this island alive. It also doubles as a supply ship. We use it to replenish between each run of the show. Are there no other planes on the island? A boat would be far slower. Unfortunately, it's not so easy. There's a protective shell around the island, which performs two functions. First, it renders us invisible to satellite. It's the reason why your people couldn't find us, Allie. Second, if anything bigger than a human being tries to get outside of the barrier, it'll get fried, unless it's emitting compatible IFF signal. The only way off the island will be to have that signal is the boat. The only way off the island that will have the signal is the boat. I'm betting it'll be heavily guarded. Well, yes, but not from people on it. The ship itself will be run by a skeleton crew. It's the staff on the island who we'll have to watch out for. That still leaves the question of how we'll deal with them. Last time I checked, there's hundreds of them, and not even 10 of us. Actually, it might not be so hard after all. I've got a plan that just might work. Though I have to admit, it's a little crazy. I like the sound of that. If it involves zombies again, I'm out. Yui explained her plan to us, with renewed confidence that could inspire anyone to believe. Luckily, we still have tomorrow, so we have just the amount of time we need. This just might work, Yui. You're a mad genius. Let's just say I've been holding back my creativity till now. It's crazier than anything I'd imagined, and crazy enough to work. Let's get to work. Wait, were we even listening to the same plan?